Hello everyone, I am Navdeep and I have already finished my 1 year program at Olds College of Agriculture and Technology, that was post diploma certificate major in agriculture. And in that program I have opted one course that was related to communication and professionalism. So yeah, Burton Bickersteth was our instructor and he's really good teacher. He taught us a lot of things. After enrolling myself in his course, I became an extrovert person because firstly I used to be an ambivert person. And people who know me, I used to speak them a lot, so that was kind of extrovert. And while people who are totally unfamiliar to me, I didn't prefer to speak them a lot. So but yeah, after taking that course it helped me to turn myself into an extrovert person. So yeah, according to the disc report that we have conducted, so it shows two types of traits in me. First one was S, means sportive, I am reserved and people oriented person. And the second one is C, cautious, according to which I am like reserved and task oriented person. So yeah, I think both of them are correct because it depends on the situation in which I am dealing with the people and all that. So yeah, I did communication in academic setting with my peers and instructor last year when we were in communication class. So there were number of group projects and all the group members, they are from different parts of the world. So I prefer passive mode of communication as well because sometimes I was not a group leader, so I had to follow the instructions even if I am disagree with that thing, so I have to go with that. So yeah, one time I was an aggressive communicator at that time because I was a group leader and I finished my part very well. But the thing is that my group member, he was lacking that part. So at the end he said, blamed me that you are responsible for this, and then I had to use aggressive mode of communication. And I clearly remember that when I was in India and while doing job of my Twitter, so I used passive aggressive communication because my manager scolded me without any reason, and then I told all these things to my colleagues instead of saying anything to manager. And yeah, I already used assertive communication, but at that time I didn't know that so many modes of communication are there. So one of my student, he was skipping reading module, he was feeling difficulty in doing that. So I used assertive communication. I talked him directly and conveyed my message without hurting his sentiments, and he was able to do that. And yeah, at that time I thought like I won in that case. So yeah, I was like passive communicator where I prefer to avoid conflicts with my seniors and to give respect. But when someone blamed me for without any reason, then I had turned myself into aggressive listener. But at the end I can say that like my communication style varies depending upon the situation. Yeah, passive communication has proven beneficial in certain aspects. Means if and someone is elder than me or he's at higher position than me, so it can be a best way to follow his instruction, to pay our respect towards that person. But at the end, every time I've left with a guilt whenever I was a passive communicator, because I always hold the opinion that things can be done in a better way if I am able, or if I was able to express my ideas. And yeah, but among other modes of communication, I think assertive communication, it helped me a lot. Means if I am following this rule, so I am able to listen others' perspectives. I can engage my audience in my communication. I can talk as per their interest without hurting their sentiments. And yeah, but when I used passive aggressive communication, when like I was in India at my job, so I felt like that I was doing backbiting of someone. So that time I didn't feel good for that. So right now I have turned myself into a completely extrovert person, and I'm trying to do my best because I think if I'm going with assertive mode of communication, it will help me to become a good leader. I will be able to listen others' thoughts, what they think about this, what are their opinions, what are their likes, dislikes, and by combining all these things, listening their problems, I can express my ideas as per that, so that it will not hurt their emotions, their sentiments, and yeah, it can help me in the future. And I will try to control my anger issues as much as I can because whenever I used aggressive communication style, so it has never proven beneficial for me. It always resulted in worst results for me. But being a passive listener, I can say it has proven sometimes beneficial for me, but not at all time. And passive aggressive communication, yeah, it I didn't like that much. So assertive communication, I think that can be highly beneficial for me, and if I will try to adapt my all the communication styles in the assertive communication way, because in this way I can engage myself with my audience, I can listen to them, I can provide viable solution to them, and I think all these are the characteristics of a good leader, and it will help me to shape my future in the better way, and it will help me in my career as well. Thank you.